The cruelest rule of war is this: plans lose their validity the moment the first bullet is fired. What is unfolding today in Bakhmut and the surrounding villages is not merely a struggle for patches of land, it is the raw collision between the instinct for survival and professional military discipline. At the heart of the operation you are witnessing lies an impossible breakout maneuver carried out by a besieged company trapped inside a village, its ammunition nearly depleted, using the cover of night darkness as a shield. That moment when a medic, with his dying breath, tells his comrades, "Keep going," marks the precise point where strategy ends and sacrifice begins. Now, from the ruined houses of Bakhmut to the skies where drones glide silently, we dissect, with full technical detail, why this operation stands as one of the most perilous rehearsals of modern warfare. Focus on the story of resistance, not escape, because not everyone will make it out through that door. The operational logic on the Bakhmut front is built not only on physically crippling the enemy but also on paralyzing them psychologically. The doctrine applied by Ukraine's elite Third Assault Brigade, 3, relies on the mobility provided by armored vehicles, such as M113s and BTRs, to create sudden, overwhelming shock effects. However, battlefield reality does not always align with intelligence reports. The brief silence that follows a rapid entry into the village is actually the quiet prelude to an encirclement. In military literature, what is termed close contact has here been reduced to distances as short as 10 meters. At this range, technology gives way to pure reflexes. Russian infantry groups infiltrating from the flanks to sever supply routes have transformed the operation from a clearing mission into a desperate struggle for survival. Leaked radio intercepts and soldier accounts reveal that in those critical minutes when units trapped inside buildings lost communication with their armored support outside, tactical brilliance came into play, pinning the enemy in one position while silently opening an escape corridor from the opposite flank. In the 2026 battlefield, darkness is no longer a hiding place, it has become a hunting ground under thermal cameras. The midnight breakout attempt by besieged Ukrainian units, leaping from windows, slipping through backyards and ruins, differs from classic historical envelopment operations in one crucial way: drone guidance from above. While infantry advances below, risking ambushes at every corner, the drones overhead report the enemy patrol's movements down to the centimeter. Yet at this moment, a tragic human element comes into play. The final moments of the medic codenamed Surikat reveal how priorities on the ground have shifted. When a gravely wounded soldier begs his comrades to leave him behind so as not to slow the unit's escape, it is not merely a tale of heroism, it is the heaviest decision made for the success of the entire operation. In modern infantry warfare, the survival of a group sometimes depends not on the strongest link, but on the sacrifice of the most vulnerable one.
Иди! Ползи, сука! Ползи, второй! Ползи! Пойдет, десанок, автомате! Разбросывай! Ребят, на Украине, блядь!
The role of artillery during withdrawal or breakout operations is not merely to fire, it is to weave a wall of fire. The Ukrainian artillery's 22-minute intense barrage, placed just behind the retreating infantry and directly along the enemy's pursuit route, prevented Russian reserves from entering the village. According to the data, the amount of ammunition expended in that short period was equivalent to a full week's worth of routine combat expenditure. This starkly demonstrates the sheer scale of pressure being applied on the battlefield. The attempts by Russian motorcycle units to infiltrate through this chaos with rapid maneuvers turned into outright suicide missions in the face of coordinated artillery and drone strikes. These unarmored and unprotected units proved utterly helpless against precision-guided munitions, serving as the clearest evidence of Russia's deepening logistical and tactical impasse. Numerical superiority is melting away one by one in this confined space against technological precision. The chain of operations unfolding between Bakhmut and Toretsk paints a clear picture of the future of modern warfare. No unit is safe anymore without aerial support and real-time intelligence flow. The experiences of these soldiers, who escaped encirclement by mere seconds and centimeters, will shape tomorrow's military doctrines. Sacrifices, technological innovations, and that cold-blooded professionalism on the ground are the true forces that draw the lines on the map.
Идем! Дай бордом! Накрыто, куда? Где ты пидорова? Давай. Охват.
У нас немцы зацепило.
Двигаемся! Смотри!
In conclusion, the Ukraine-Russia war is completely rewriting the rules of modern warfare: drone supremacy, FPV drone strikes, thermal imaging, armored vehicle tactics, psychological operations, close-quarters combat, artillery barrages, and elite special forces missions are now the keywords for victory. This devastating struggle on the Bakhmut, Toretsk, and Pokrovsk lines proves that victory is determined not by numerical superiority, but by technology-driven flexible defense and real-time intelligence flow. As Russia's human wave tactics, turtle tanks, and motorized suicide units crumble, Ukraine's cold-blooded professionalism, sacrifices, and innovative drone strategies are shaping the military doctrines of the future. In this analysis, we have examined Ukraine's strategic advantage and the new realities of modern warfare using the most up-to-date data from the field. If you want to keep your finger on the pulse of the conflict and see more content on drone warfare, armored clashes, and tactical analysis, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications.